This morning, Incheon Airport once again turned into a sea of camera flashes and excited cheers from fans. And for good reason. 5 BTS members, RM, Jin, Suga, Taehyung, and Jungkook, were seen departing for Madrid, Spain, to continue their European tour schedule. Their departure instantly became a hot topic among ARMY and Korean entertainment fans alike. Because every airport appearance by the members always has its own charm, from their star power that never fades, to the close chemistry between members, to their airport fashion that never fails to steal the spotlight. Since early morning, the international departure area at Incheon Airport had already been crowded with media crews and fans waiting for the members to arrive. Although the airport was busy as usual, the atmosphere suddenly shifted the moment the 5 BTS members began appearing one by one. Their presence seemed to make the morning feel more alive. Camera flashes went off non-stop, warm greetings from fans could be heard from every corner. And in an instant, BTS's departure became one of the most talked about topics of the day. RM, Jin, Suga, Taehyung, and Jungkook's trip to Madrid is certainly no ordinary journey. Madrid is one of the cities included in BTS's European tour. And the excitement from fans there could already be felt even before the members set foot in Spain. For ARMY, moments like this always feel special. Not only because BTS will once again perform on an international stage, but also because every departure brings a sweet sense of anticipation, a mix of eagerness for their next performance, pride in BTS's global journey, and of course, emotion as the members prepare once again to greet fans in another part of the world. As usual, RM carried his calm and effortless leader aura. There is something about the way he walks, acknowledges the cameras, and carries himself amid the crowd that always makes him seem steady and reassuring. At the airport this morning, RM gave off a relaxed, mature, and stylish impression without looking like he was trying too hard. He looked like someone who is very used to the bustle of international travel, yet still leaves room for fans to enjoy his presence. For many people, RM has a different kind of charm. He doesn't need many movements or grand gestures, yet his aura always feels strong. Jin was no less eye-catching. The oldest BTS member once again showed his signature charm, warm, light-hearted, and carrying an appeal that instantly makes people look his way. In every public appearance, Jin always has his own way of leaving an impression. Even when he was simply walking toward the departure gate, the eyes of fans and the cameras followed him non-stop. There was a relaxed vibe to his look this morning, but that is exactly where its strength lay. Jin looked comfortable, confident, and still carried the worldwide handsome charm that has long been attached to him. His presence brought a familiar warmth, like someone who always knows how to make the atmosphere feel brighter without trying too hard. Suga also arrived with an equally strong aura. As fans have often noticed, Suga has a quiet charisma that somehow makes him stand out even more. He doesn't talk much, nor does he rely on big gestures, but his presence always has its own magnetic pull. Amid the noisy airport atmosphere, Suga looked calm, focused, and unmistakably stylish in his simple yet classy way. There is always something compelling about the way Suga carries himself, a calmness that feels mature, steady, and just the right amount of mysterious. It's no surprise that every departure photo of his quickly gets reshared across social media, because fans always find small details that make Suga's airport fashion worth talking about. Among the members' appearances this morning, Taehyung became one of the most talked about names. The BTS star wore a blue jacket, covered his face with a white mask, and showed off his new blonde hair, which immediately stole attention as soon as he appeared in the airport area. The combination made his look feel fresh yet striking in an elegant way, a relaxed look that was still very Taehyung. It didn't take long for his photos to spread widely on social media and spark enthusiastic reactions from fans who were mesmerized by his latest visual transformation. Many said that Taehyung's new hairstyle brought a fresh vibe that perfectly matched the atmosphere of the European tour. while also heightening curiosity about what concept, mood, and performance he might reveal on the Madrid stage later on. Meanwhile, Jungkook once again proved why nearly every one of his appearances becomes a talking point. There is a signature energy that always seems attached to him, youthful, dynamic, relaxed, yet still radiating superstar aura. His presence this morning successfully drew attention not only because of his visuals, but also because of the bright energy he brought to the busy airport atmosphere. Fans who have followed BTS's journey over the years surely understand that Jungkook has a unique ability to make simple moments feel special. Even when he is merely walking toward the check-in area, his expressions, gestures, and the way he greets the media always create moments that make fans want to keep watching. Interestingly, even though each member has a different aura and charm, the togetherness of RM, Jin, Suga, Taehyung, and Jungkook this morning became the biggest attraction of all. There was such a strong sense of familiarity in seeing them in one frame. Their togetherness reminded many people that behind the packed schedules, major tours, and global spotlight, BTS remains 7, or in this moment, 5, people with a strong bond with one another. Even without much interaction in front of the cameras, simply standing side by side was enough to bring a warm feeling to fans. Airports have long become one of the unofficial stages for K-pop idols, and BTS always knows how to make a departure moment feel newsworthy. But for BTS, the appeal doesn't stop at fashion or visuals. There is always an emotional narrative that follows every journey they take. When the members are seen leaving for an overseas schedule, fans do not simply see celebrities heading off to an international event. They see artists who have grown alongside their fans for years, a group that has gone through so many phases together, and individuals who always manage to make their career journey feel like a story that millions of people are experiencing with them. After spending so long building such an enormous musical journey, every international BTS schedule now carries high expectations. Madrid, as one of the key cities on their European tour, is expected to witness a sea of purple, overwhelming euphoria, and a grand stage that once again reunites BTS with fans from many countries. That is why today's departure from Incheon feels like the opening chapter of a much bigger story, a story of reunions, music, stages, and emotions that will unfold in the days ahead. Quite a few fans have described today's airport moment as an emotional warm-up before the concert begins. Some focused on the members' visuals, others were busy commenting on their chemistry, and some simply could not stop talking about Taehyung's aura with his new blonde hair. On social media, photos and videos of their departure quickly moved from one account to another. Warm fandom jokes, and prayers for the members' safe journey. This is one of the things that has always been fascinating about BTS, even before the concert begins. They are already capable of creating buzz that feels huge and alive. For ARMY, this departure naturally brings both longing and excitement. Longing, because moments like this are a reminder of how quickly time passes and how many journeys BTS has shared with fans. Excitement, because BTS is once again preparing to create new moments on the international stage, bringing their songs before tens of thousands of people, and adding to the long list of memories that will continue to be talked about long after the concert ends. Today's trip to Madrid is not simply a move from one country to another, but a step toward a major moment that so many people have been waiting for. And as always, BTS does not need to do anything overly dramatic to make an ordinary morning feel extraordinary. A brief appearance at the airport, relaxed steps toward the departure gate, a small greeting to the media, and a natural sense of togetherness were enough for RM, Jin, Suga, Taehyung, and Jungkook to turn Incheon Airport into the center of attention. The moment was brief, but its impact is lasting. The photos will keep being shared, the videos will keep being replayed, and the anticipation for Madrid will continue to grow. Now that their departure has become the center of attention, fans' focus automatically shifts to Madrid. What kind of welcome BTS will receive there, what the city's atmosphere will be like ahead of the concert, and what surprises the members might have prepared, all of it has become a source of growing curiosity. If Incheon became the witness to their first step toward Europe this morning, then in the next few days, Madrid will become the next stage for the grand story of BTS and ARMY. One thing is certain, Jin, Suga, Taehyung and Jungkook's presence at Incheon Airport today once again proved that BTS's charm is never truly simple. Even in an airport departure area, without concert lights and without a grand stage, they are still capable of creating a moment that feels special. And as those 5 major names made their way to Madrid, they carried not only their suitcases and tour schedules, but also the expectations, excitement, and love of fans waiting in every corner of the world. The journey to Madrid has only just begun, but its echoes were already felt this morning in Incheon, and as always, BTS once again made the world look their way.